In the small coastal town of Havenbrook, where the cliffs met the tumultuous sea, an ominous secret lurked within the ever-changing canvas of storm clouds. Residents spoke in hushed tones of winged creatures that manifested within the tempests, casting shadows upon the town's destiny. As the townsfolk went about their daily lives, the storm clouds above Havenbrook harbored an enigmatic presence. When thunder rumbled and lightning arced across the sky, the veiled beings revealed themselves, winged shadows that danced within the roiling tempest. Among the curious onlookers was Amelia Turner, a young artist with an insatiable fascination for the supernatural. When storm clouds gathered on the horizon, she would ascend the cliffs, canvas in hand, eager to capture the ethereal dance of the winged creatures. One tempestuous evening, as the sea roared below and the wind carried whispers of hidden secrets, the winged beings descended from the storm clouds. Amelia, perched on the cliffs, observed their graceful movements, a ballet of shadows against the tempest's fury. To the eyes of the townsfolk, the creatures were elusive specters, their forms ever shifting within the darkened clouds. Some believed them to be harbingers of doom, while others saw them as celestial messengers. Amelia, however, sensed an inexplicable connection, a cosmic dance between the mortal realm and the otherworldly. Driven by her artistic curiosity, Amelia embarked on a quest to unravel the mystery shrouding the winged beings. Her paintings, vivid and haunting, captured the essence of the stormbound shadows, revealing details unseen by the naked eye. The townsfolk, mesmerized by her creations, began to question the true nature of the enigmatic entities. As Amelia delved deeper into her artistic exploration, she discovered an ancient tale woven into the fabric of Havenbrook, a narrative of celestial guardians bound to the storms, their wings an embodiment of the tempest's raw power. These guardians, it was said, watched over the town, protecting it from supernatural forces that sought to breach the veil between worlds. With each stroke of her brush, Amelia unraveled the secrets of the winged guardians. She learned of a cosmic contract that bound them to the storms, their ethereal forms a manifestation of the turbulent energies within the tempests. The town of Havenbrook, unwittingly nestled between the cliffs and the sea, became a nexus of supernatural forces, its fate entwined with the dance of the stormbound shadows. As the revelations unfolded, so did the intensity of the storms. The winged guardians, sensing an impending breach in the cosmic balance, manifested with greater frequency, their shadows casting an ominous pallor over Havenbrook. Whispers of a looming darkness echoed through the coastal town. Amelia, now both artist and inadvertent custodian of the town's destiny, faced a choice. She could unveil the ancient tale to the townsfolk, revealing the celestial guardians and the impending threat, or she could embrace the shadows and become a conduit between the mortal realm and the supernatural forces. In a climactic moment, as storm clouds gathered with unprecedented intensity, Amelia ascended the cliffs one final time. The winged guardians, aware of her connection to the ancient tale, descended with purpose. The town below braced for an impending catastrophe, unaware that the fate of Havenbrook rested on the delicate choices made within the stormbound shadows. As the storm clouds amassed their brooding presence over Havenbrook, Amelia stood at the precipice of destiny. The winged guardians, their shadows weaving through the tempest, approached her with an ethereal grace that belied their cosmic power. The townsfolk, gripped by a mixture of fear and anticipation, watched as Amelia communed with the celestial entities. The whispers of the stormbound shadows echoed through the cliffs, carrying with them the weight of an age-old covenant, a pact that bound the guardians to the turbulent forces of nature. In a moment of revelation, Amelia understood the cosmic contract that dictated the delicate balance between the mortal realm and the supernatural forces. The winged guardians, emissaries of the tempest, were tasked with safeguarding Havenbrook from malevolent entities that sought to breach the veil between worlds. However, the ancient tale also unveiled a looming threat, an imminent convergence of dark energies that, if left unchecked, could tip the scales and unleash chaos upon the coastal town. The stormbound shadows, once protectors, now faced a dilemma: stand as silent sentinels, or empower a mortal conduit to bridge the realms and fend off the encroaching darkness. Amelia, aware of the cosmic forces at play, made a resolute choice. She embraced her role as the intermediary between Havenbrook and the supernatural realms, becoming the conduit through which the winged guardians could channel their celestial energy. The storm clouds above responded to her newfound purpose, swirling with an otherworldly luminescence. The townsfolk, witnessing the transformation, grappled with a spectrum of emotions: awe, fear, and a profound sense of reliance on a force beyond their understanding. Amelia, now infused with the power of the Stormbound Shadows, stood on the cliffs, her silhouette merging with the celestial dance within the tempest. As the convergence of dark energies approached, threatening to breach the veil that separated worlds, Amelia unleashed the power bestowed upon her by the winged guardians. The storm clouds erupted with an unprecedented display of cosmic energy, illuminating the night sky with hues unseen by mortal eyes. The celestial forces clashed with the encroaching darkness, a battle waged within the very fabric of the storm. Lightning danced in harmony with the celestial wings, thunder echoed the ancient tales, and the sea roared in acknowledgement of the cosmic struggle unfolding above. In the heart of the tempest, Amelia stood as a beacon of hope, channeling the power of the Stormbound Shadows to repel the imminent threat. The townsfolk, once gripped by fear, now looked to the cliffs with a newfound trust in the forces that protected their home. As the cosmic energies collided and surged, a resounding victory echoed through the storm-laden night. The winged guardians, having channeled their power through Amelia, restored the delicate equilibrium between the realms. The storm clouds, once ominous and foreboding, now dispersed, revealing a starlit sky that mirrored the serenity that settled over Havenbrook. Amelia, her connection to the winged guardians transcending mortal understanding, descended from the cliffs. The townsfolk, their fear replaced by reverence, gathered to witness the end of the tempest and the dawn of a new understanding. The coastal town of Havenbrook, forever changed by the events that unfolded within the Stormbound Shadows, embraced a newfound harmony with the supernatural forces that had long watched over them. The ancient tale, once whispered in fear, now became a narrative of resilience and unity, a testament to the symbiotic relationship between mortals and the cosmic guardians above. In the quiet solitude of his apartment, Robert awoke to an unsettling sight: a hobo clown, with faded colors and a haunting grin, staring down at him. The dim light cast ominous shadows, amplifying the eerie atmosphere that enveloped the room. Robert's initial confusion morphed into a chill of dread as he recognized the spectral figure. The hobo clown, with a tattered outfit and an unsettling visage, seemed to defy the natural order of things. Its eyes, hollow yet piercing, locked onto Robert's with an intensity that sent shivers down his spine. Unable to comprehend the surreal nature of the encounter, Robert blinked, hoping the nightmarish apparition would dissipate. Yet the hobo clown remained, its presence casting a pall over the room. The air felt heavy with an otherworldly energy, as if the boundaries between reality and the supernatural had blurred. As Robert cautiously sat up, the Grinning Specter leaned closer, its smile widening with an unsettling malevolence. It offered no words, only an eerie silence that hung in the air like a foreboding melody. The apartment, once a haven of familiarity, transformed into a realm of uncertainty and fear. The hobo clown, a harbinger of the unknown, seemed to exist beyond the confines of reason, a phantom that had materialized to taunt and terrify. In a desperate attempt to escape the unnerving presence, Robert stumbled out of bed and fled through the dimly lit corridors of his apartment. The Grinning Specter followed, its movements defying the laws of physics. It floated through the air, a malevolent wraith with a grotesque semblance of humanity. As Robert reached the doorway, he found himself standing on the threshold of an abyss, an otherworldly void that transcended the boundaries of his apartment. The hobo clown, now an ethereal entity, beckoned him to step into the unknown. With trepidation and a growing sense of inevitability, Robert crossed the threshold. The room, once confined to the dimensions of his apartment, expanded into a surreal landscape, a desolate carnival ground cloaked in an everlasting twilight. The Grinning Specter led Robert through the eerie carnival, its faded laughter echoing through the emptiness. Each step deeper into the spectral realm unveiled memories long buried within Robert's subconscious, childhood fears, forgotten nightmares, and the haunting melody of a carnival tune that had haunted his dreams. Amidst the dilapidated tents and rusted rides, the hobo clown revealed itself as a manifestation of Robert's deepest fears, an embodiment of the darkness he had long suppressed. The carnival, a surreal manifestation of his psyche, became a stage for confronting the unresolved terrors that lurked within. As Robert navigated the surreal carnival, facing distorted reflections of his own fears and regrets, he found himself at the heart of a spectral big top. The Grinning Specter, no longer menacing, watched as Robert confronted the shadows of his past. In a moment of catharsis, the hobo clown's grin softened, its eyes reflecting understanding rather than malice. The carnival, once a nightmare landscape, transformed into a realm of introspection, a surreal journey through the recesses of Robert's mind. As the first light of dawn pierced the surreal carnival ground, Robert awoke in his apartment, bathed in an ethereal glow. The hobo clown, now a fading memory, left behind a sense of closure and self-discovery. The room, once haunted by the ominous presence, felt cleansed of the supernatural weight that had gripped it. In the wake of the surreal encounter with the Grinning Specter, Robert grappled with the residual echoes of the carnival within his mind. The haunting melody, once a source of fear, now lingered as a distant refrain, a reminder of the introspective journey that had unfolded in the night. Days turned into nights, and Robert, haunted by the surreal memories, sought solace in the mundane routines of his everyday life. The apartment, once a sanctuary, now bore the lingering traces of the spectral encounter. Every creak of the floorboards and flicker of the lights triggered a visceral response, a testament to the indelible mark left by the Grinning Specter. As Robert navigated the blurred line between reality and memory, he began to unravel the layers of his subconscious, a process both unsettling and liberating. The hobo clown, once a symbol of terror, transformed into a metaphor for the suppressed fears and unresolved emotions that had lurked within. Haunted by a compulsion to understand the origins of the Grinning Specter, Robert delved into the recesses of his childhood memories. The carnival, with its faded tents and rusted rides, became a recurring motif, a symbol of innocence tainted by the passage of time. In the faded photographs of family albums, Robert discovered glimpses of the carnival that had visited his town decades ago. The hobo clown, now a whimsical figure captured in the frames, triggered memories of laughter and cotton candy, a stark contrast to the spectral manifestation that had tormented him. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, Robert realized that the Grinning Specter was not an external force, but a manifestation of his own psyche, a representation of the fears he had carried since childhood. The carnival, a fragment of nostalgia, had morphed into a distorted dreamscape where reality and imagination intertwined. Armed with newfound understanding, Robert confronted the echoes of the carnival within his mind. The haunting melody, once a source of dread, transformed into a therapeutic refrain, a bridge between the past and present. The apartment, once haunted, became a canvas for catharsis, each room a tableau of memories both cherished and feared. In a symbolic act of closure, Robert decided to visit the abandoned grounds where the carnival had once stood. The rusted remnants of rides and tattered tents echoed the passage of time, a poignant reminder of the transience of childhood wonder. As Robert stood amidst the decaying remnants, he felt a profound sense of release. The Grinning Specter, once a source of terror, dissipated into the echoes of the wind. The carnival, now a relic of the past, became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a journey from the shadows of fear to the illumination of self-discovery. Returning to his apartment, Robert embraced the newfound clarity that had emerged from the surreal encounter. The haunting melody, now a distant refrain, accompanied him as a reminder of the transformative journey through the carnival of his subconscious.